Sag, here is your story. I've been sitting here with the images and the energies. And so here's what we got. I'm going to talk about this story in terms of there's perhaps a new job or a new career that you're thinking about, or you're just wanting to go in a different direction in your life. You just don't know where, what, or how. So I'm probably going to talk about this in terms of a job, but you discern in your situation where this fits, if it resonates with you, if it's a relationship or if it's perhaps a part of you, something much deeper. But this to me feels very much like a job, something that you have to offer the world, and you're just trying to decide or figure out what it is. So the first card that we have here is the sword. The sword came out, and the sword is usually usually it is a card that says that you are making a decision, and this is a decision that you're not meant to come back from. Once you step into this decision, that's it. It's decisive. It cuts one side from the other. They're completely different. This is very colorful, and this is very dark and gray. Two entirely different decisions or paths. And you're here, the sword is telling me that you're trying to decide where to go, what to do, which decision to make. Now, to me, when I first looked at this card today, it also told me that this decision is supposed to be decisive. It's supposed to separate the colors, but if you see on this card, there's a tip here, it's not going all the way, and it's not going all the way at the bottom either. So anybody can walk all the way through here and go to the other side. Even though there's this line in between, you can still go from here to here and here to here. Just not from here to here or here to here. So within light and dark, there's always a possibility, light and dark colors and gray, there's always a possibility of going back and forth. Whether or not you make this decisive decision, you know what I mean. So to me, this all means more so than a decisive decision. Look at where you've been, where you are, where you want to go, what's truly calling out to you, and don't just cut one to the other. Bring with you whatever serves you, from the lessons of from this side to this side, vice versa, depending on how you want to look at it. So you're trying to decide something, and the next card is the prayer. And so what this means to me is this decision is going on a soul level. This is like, what's my life purpose? What am I here to really offer the world? That's why this isn't such a light decision. This is a decisive decision. Like I'm done with the past. I'm done with the way that things have been. I'm ready for what's next, for something bigger, or a bigger dream than the life that I've been living. Like, this was a job. This is a career. What is it? You're trying to figure out, what is it? And this is a half a jewel here. It's almost like part of you knows and the other part of you is missing. The part that doesn't know is missing. And without this part, you're having a hard time making that decision. And the reason why you're making a hard time, like if you look at all these cards, there's a darker and a lighter side, the colors here, and then there's also the gray here, and then here, colors here, gray here. This is very much, you're still stuck in between, it feels to me. And so this over here is the desert. I love this card in this group, the sword, the prayer, and the desert, because it's telling me that the spiritual world is sending you messages in a very, I don't want to say occult, metaphysical way. You might feel like the answers aren't there, or like, for example, things are dry and you keep asking, please show me, please help me. And you feel like this just been this journey of dryness, and like you're it's almost like quicksand. You're falling in the quicksand. The more you try to ask, the less you're hearing. But the desert card is actually telling you that there are signs around you, that you already have the answers around you. You're just so focused on the dryness and the indecisiveness of it that you can't perceive them. You're reaching, but you're not really yet touching the moon. You can see the hand over there. And so the animal cards, well, so many animal cards came out for this reading. The buffalo spirit, the abundant universe would provide. So to me, this is saying, since it's the first card that came out, it's saying, yeah, like I said, the signs are already around you. We've already provided you with a lot of the answers. Sandpiper, be playful. So what this is telling me is usually once we get to a place of playfulness, so it's not that serious, it's not that black and white look. If you can hear that, it's the neighbors outside bringing the garbage cans in. Once you get to that playfulness, a playful view, sort of like a lighter energy, is when you really are able to see the messages more clearly. And so it's telling you, get into this playfulness about seeing things around you, seeing the answers, and you'll finally be able to take a look at them. The next card is a white raven, trust in the magic. You see how these two cards that came into each other, they're both birds, so they're messengers. There's all the information, and they're looking at each other like here's the universe, here's you, asking, and yours is answering, asking, answering, asking. It's just, you're getting everything you want, everything is around you, and they're like, yeah, trust in the signs that you're getting, but you have to look at them in a playful way to be able to perceive them. Once you do, be spirit, sweet results await. And let me go to the Shaman Oracle cards before I continue. So this change is going to, so the sacrifice card is the first card, and this is the first card that came out from the archetypes. It's basically telling you, you are going to have to sacrifice the old. So if you had a job and you want a career, that job, if it has nothing to do with your career, the actually dream career that you want, you're going to have to sacrifice your previous life, your previous job, your job. Now the second card that came out, the second card that came out from the Shaman Oracle was a soul retrieval. So basically, it really is your calling. You're calling in your calling, basically. You're asking, you're praying, show me what my calling is. And by doing that, you're calling back parts of your soul. And that's where your purpose lies, the energy and the inspiration and the creativity that you're seeking are in these parts of your soul that are coming back to you. And the more you pray, the more they're coming and coming and coming, but you're not able to perceive them yet. You need to get to a place where you can perceive them, because they are all around you. And here the spiral card is telling me that the universe is with you, it's helping you. And this is, to me, this a lot of times when it comes out, it's the Wheel of Fortune, which means it's destined. It is, you are calling in your destiny. Forgive my English. And they are bringing it to you. It's coming. It will happen. It's coming. You just need to change your vibration, your point of view into a more playful one. Because right now, you are sort of at a standstill. And this could very much be, again, because of the times we're in of isolation. This is what's giving you that, like, now you have the time. You have the ability to sit with yourself. And the reason why I say that is because the next card is the Witness. And one of the things that I find interesting in the order that these came in today for the message is that the Witness card is actually the very last card in the Shaman Oracle deck, which to me is interesting because I would never even think of putting this card as last. I would want, my last card to be what I would think of the strongest, biggest message. And to me, this doesn't have that kind of energy to it. And yet, it is the last card in the deck. And the Witness energy is both telling me that you're sitting in this decision. You haven't made it yet. You're still looking for that courage to make it happen. But the blessing about being in this witness state, in this sitting state, is that once you learn, where is it? Once you learn this, you will be able to witness the answer much clearer. So you get into that state of what really, I mean, your career is what really is going to bring joy to you. What is going to feel like play every day? What's going to make you want to get out of bed and really want to go for it every single time, every single day? Once you sit in that, or you're already sitting there, but once you sit in that new vibration, you'll be able to turn this witness energy, which is just an observer, somebody who doesn't take action, somebody who's just looking at stuff, and actually see objectively the answer, what brings you the most joy. And so here we go. This to me is talking about this decision, this and that are true, which is why I say you don't just have to be all black or all color. There's a little bit of leeway here, and both of them are true. This and that are true, the dolphin spirit. You can take some of this into this area or some of this into this area. See, there's a sun and a moon here. I'm going to call this the sun and the moon. You can have both. Just you can take the lessons that you learn from here and bring it to your career. You can, this is if this is vice versa. But maybe the job that you have is the job you want, but now you want a career, you want maybe you want a higher level, you want a promotion, you're at the bottom level of the job and you want to get up to the higher levels. So it's not like you have to completely leave and make a cutting decision. You can take what you have learned and go into the next upper stage. That's why I say that, because of this card, this and that are true. It's not like a decisive cut. Both can be taken onto this journey. And then the very last card we have here is the rabbit spirit, which is now is a lucky time. Which again, I think for a lot of people goes into this isolation period of introspection and sitting with ourselves, sitting at home. Some of us losing a lot of jobs, losing a lot of relationships or energies, letting go of a lot of things that are standing in our way, to seeing really what taking us to the next level, to the next chapter of our life. So I hope this helped, and good luck with everything. I'll see you next time.